New details on a story we've been tracking for months. A Middletown woman is charged with manslaughter for the death of an infant back in June.
As we've reported, the 4-month-old died of acute intoxication or the effects of 4 medications.
Eyewitness News reporter Courtney Carter was in court today. She joins us now live from Newport with who else was in the courtroom. Courtney?
Yes, Mike, Tia Anderson faced a judge today, and she was the child's legal guardian. But in the same courtroom sat the child's biological mother.
The state versus Tia Anderson.
Tia Anderson, the child's legal guardian in court. Nearby, the child's biological mother, who doesn't want her name released. She tells Eyewitness News Anderson was a longtime friend.
Count 1, manslaughter. How do you plead?
As 26-year-old Anderson tried not to make eye contact, pleading not guilty to the charge.
What's the state's position on bail?
The judge offering her $75,000 bail with surety. Anderson's lawyer, Amanda Valentino, stated she couldn't afford that.
For that reason, we do ask the court to set a reasonable surety bail.
The judge then agreeing on lowering bail to $50,000 with surety. Anderson was the legal guardian of a 4-month-old Middletown infant that passed away, state officials say, as a result of maltreatment. Now that's according to the Department of Children, Youth, and Families. According to the Department of Health, the infant died of acute intoxication from a combination of antihistamine, cough medicine, and heartburn medication. Now this all tragically happened in June, where police say the 4-month-old boy was not breathing when they, along with fire and rescue, responded to the Oxbow Farms housing complex. He was taken to Newport Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Now, DCYF did confirm to Eyewitness News they have had involvement with the family before, but not the baby or the legal guardian. Anderson is due back in court on the 18th. Live in Newport, I'm Courtney Carter, Eyewitness News.
First at 6, new details on the Middletown woman now charged with manslaughter in the death of a baby boy over the summer. Investigators say she was the boy's legal guardian.
And we've also learned she was a longtime friend of the boy's biological mother. Eyewitness News reporter Courtney Carter joins us now live from Newport Superior Court, where the suspect was arraigned this morning. Courtney?
Yeah, well, you could hear a pin drop in that courtroom as Tia Anderson walked in, trying to avoid eye contact with her former friend, the biological mother of the child that died in her custody. According to the Department of Health, the infant in Tia Anderson's care had 4 different types of medication in his system at the time of his death. Thursday, Anderson walked into court on a manslaughter charge. The biological mom of the victim sat behind her as Anderson pleaded not guilty. The mom of the infant didn't want to give her name, but confirmed to Eyewitness News that Anderson was a longtime friend of the family and had custody of her son. Now, according to the Department of Health, the infant died of acute intoxication from a combination of 4 different medicines in his system, including antihistamines, cough medicines, and heartburn medication. This happened in June when police were first called to the Oxbow Farms housing complex. The 4-month-old was later taken to Newport Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Thursday, the judge offered $75,000 bail with surety, but Anderson's lawyer says she can't afford it. The court then lowering it to $50,000 with surety. The State Department of Children, Youth, and Families did confirm to Eyewitness News the agency had previous involvement with the family, but not the baby or his legal guardian. No, it's not clear yet why Anderson had guardianship of the child, but she is due back in court on the 18th. Live in Newport, I'm Courtney Carter, Eyewitness News.